Hello, we're gonna talk to you about the typical Dutch Sinterklaas feest. I first want to tell you a little story about when my sister was told that Sinterklaas is actually not real. We were on a holiday in Italy when my parents told her, Justine, Sinterklaas is not real. We have given you your presents in your shoe. And the first thing she asked was, but how do you get the presents through the chimney? Well, that of course shows how really tough and hard the imagination and the belief is in our Sinterklaas.
So you might think, who is this Sinterklaas and why do we all like him? Now, as you see, this is the Sinterklaas. The Sinterklaas feast is typical Dutch. The Sinterklaas feast is only a feast in the Netherlands and in Belgium. So we can say it's orientated in the Dutch-speaking countries. So what's the story behind this Sinterklaas? He's not actually called Sinterklaas. His real name is Sint Nicolaas. This is going back to the bishop who lived in the 4th century AD. This bishop was the bishop of Myra, which is located in the small Asia. It's also known as Turkey and the place around Turkey nowadays. He was the protector of the kids, so that's why they started to build up a feast around him, and then eventually the Dutch people they made the feast of Sint Nicolaas around him. The feast of Sinterklaas is celebrated annually on the 5th of December.
Well, our modern day Sinterklaas is actually not the same as the old one, the one with the Bishop of Myra. The current Sinterklaas is based on a little comic that dates from the 1850s, and it's called Sint Nicolaas en zijn knecht. Well, now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how Sinterklaas and his Pieterbaas look. Well, this over here is Sinterklaas. You can recognize him by his mijter, his tabbert, and his golden staff. Then he has his little servant, his helper, Black Pete. Black Pete you can recognize by his black skin color, his colorful clothes, and his little hat with a feather. The job of Sinterklaas is to bring around presents. He does this together with his helper, Zwarte Piet. He goes up on the roof, and then Zwarte Piet climbs through the chimney and puts presents in the boots of the children. Also on the December the 5th, Sinterklaas and Zwarte Piet go door to door to deliver a whole bag of presents. This day is also known as Pakjesdag, or Presents Day.
Or the present evening. And of course there are many other traditions. One of the other traditions is the arrival of Sinterklaas. He arrives on a big steamboat. This boat brings him all the way from Spain to the Netherlands, and the boat can house a lot of his servants, the Black Pete, and himself of course. And there's another tradition, the candy. During Sinterklaas we eat a lot of candy. This is mainly the chocolate letters. You often get a chocolate letter of your own name in your shoe. And the so-called pepernoten, which are like small biscuits. Now, it's hard to describe. They're very good. You also eat those a lot. And there are many other sweets and goods that you eat during Sinterklaas, which you won't eat during a normal week or during the year itself. But of course there's more than only those goods and those sweets and those beautiful traditions. Here's a chart that's showing you how much money is spent during the time of Sinterklaas. As you can see here, this is the money that is spent. This is starting from 0 to 20 euros, and this is over 200 euros. And this is the percentage of people that spend money. The black chart is showing what is spent in 2000, and the blue chart is from the 2012. As you can see here, not that many people spend money like 20 euros, and more people spend 200 euros or more. But during the time we start to get the economic crisis, and then people spend more 20 euros than people who spend over 200 euros on their sinterklaas presents, or maybe other things like the sweets or.
Well, now we're going to show you a little introduction film about the Black Pete dilemma. This little film is shot in England, and it shows you the look of foreigners on our Sinterklaas tradition.
Hi.
Hello.
Would you like some candy?
Yeah. Why are you blacked out? It just looks like racism.
Does it?
Yeah. Come on, man. Like I say, look at this. Look at the lips. Honestly, my lips do not go from cheek to cheek to here to here. This is offensive. This is terrible. And this is what you sell. This is what they sell.
Yes.
Are you taking the piss?
We're servants of Santa Claus in
No,
Holland.
you're fucking taking the piss. You can't fucking start backing up and putting black makeup on.
Yeah. So look, noble Father Christmas surrounded by his foolish knave.
But have a look at this next one. Then they come to Holland.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they bring all the goods.
I mean, so you've seen the famous images of the slave ships?
Yeah, so it's immediately.
It could be
straight out of it. Oh my God.
How they can't see. Wow, that's offensive. You cannot put this in the face of people who've been oppressed and have been slaves. You know, you cannot then say this is, and here's what we think of you. You know, and that's what you look like, and that's how we'll put you in a book.
Yeah, what's it doing to kids?
Like,
think about the kids.
What this tradition does is it dehumanises people that are of a different ethnicity and reduces them to a lower status of either toys or a degenerative role as servants. No, I thought, like, we think of Holland, in this country, we think of Holland as a very advanced nation with advanced social principles, so it's very surprising
Yeah, but
to
look,
see
we
this kind
come
of
on
tradition.
a boat with lots of...
Well, I don't know, I think it's a colonial hangover. We're scared of your tradition.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
In this film you saw that people from outside of the Netherlands and Belgium think of our tradition as being weird, racist, and not at all like it's good for the children. This is why, because of all the globalization, all these opinions also come to the Netherlands. Outsiders move to the Netherlands. And this raised the discussion about if Black Pete actually is a good tradition, if we should keep it, or if we should make his skin color like the colors of the rainbow, because that would not be racist. Well, here are some figures. This is a pie chart about the opinions, if we should keep Black Pete or if we should make it a colorful one. It's not very clear, but I can give you the outlines. Here is a 13% piece of the pie chart that says Black Pete is indeed racist, and the other 87 things it's actually just a tradition, because how the Dutch people feel about it is that the Black Pete is actually black from the dust and the dirt it gets on his face while sliding down the chimney to put presents in the children's shoes. Here is another pie chart. It's about what people think that the skin color of the Black Pete should be. You can also see here that 62% thinks it should be black. 29 think it should be brown. And then you have like a 1% who think they should be colored. A bit bigger part of 6% thinks it should only have the dirt that you could possibly get from sliding down the chimney, so swipes of black on its face. The orange, 2%, thinks it should have multiple colors, and no percentage at all thinks it should be white.
I think this was our TED Talk. Thanks for listening, and like the sin does, goodbye. We're going back to Spain.
Dag Sinterklaas. Like Tai en foampies.
Foampies.
Schuimpjes. Oh. En, die mogen we erin houden.
Foampies.